So good morning. My name is Sabrina Adamoli. I'm head of the administrative staff here at the CIMeC. And my job today is to give you some basic and quick information on a small part of the academic offer of the CIMeC, that is the Harvard Summer Program in Mind-Brain Sciences. The program is a joint initiative of the Harvard Mind-Brain Behavior Interfaculty of the University of Harvard and the Center for Mind-Brain Sciences. It is designed to give students, participants, a broad understanding of the mind and the brain. And this is done through lectures, hands-on laboratory sessions, and various discussion sections. It is basically aimed at Harvard students because the University of Harvard has a huge number of overseas programs all over the world. There's 4 in Italy. Rovereto is one, Trento is one of these 4. But there are also some places that are reserved for students enrolled in Italian universities. Not only Italian students, but also foreign students enrolled in Italian universities, specifically either in a 3-year degree, in the 2nd or 3rd year, or in the 1st year of a master. As regards to prerequisites, there's no need of a specific background knowledge in cognitive science, but Harvard does request a strong interest in studying the mind and brain and a good English proficiency because all instruction is in English. It is an 8-week program that normally runs from June to August, end of July, beginning of August. We'll see the specific dates of this year later on. And it is taught by different neuroscientists and cognitive scientists depending on the topic. Some of the topics change every year. This year we are going to have faculty from the Department of Psychology and the Harvard Medical School of Harvard University, and we are going to have a lecturer from the Goldsmiths University of London. There are, as I said, faculty that give lectures during the morning, and there are also a number of research assistants and also from Harvard who help students all through the program with discussion sections and study during the afternoon. The specific courses, as I told you, some of the courses change every year. This year we're going to have windows into the structure of the mind and brain that is going to be taught by Alfonso Caramazza, who is also the director of the program, and he's a professor of Harvard and a visiting research professor here at the CIMeC, and John Assad from the Harvard Medical School. This is the mandatory introductory course that runs in the first 4 weeks, because it is mandatory for all program participants, because it is designed to give the neuroscience and cognitive science foundation that is necessary to then approach the specific topics that are taught in the second half of the program, so in the second 4 weeks. This year, the topic is Magic and the Mind, who is going to be taught by Gustav Kuhn, who is, as I said, is a lecturer from the Goldsmiths University in the UK, in London. And in this course, you're going to learn some very interesting magical tricks, but also, and more importantly, the mechanisms involved in everyday illusions and the way the mind and the brain process these illusions. Just out of curiosity, some topics from the previous years. The specific topics, we had the social brain, we had mind, brain, and behavior in decision making. We had some topics related to animal research, so inside the mind and brains of other animals. We had art, mind, and the brain. So every year the topic changed, and this year this is the one that we are going to have. Some operational and basic information for the edition of 2017. These are the specific dates. The program is going to run from June 10 to August 5 this year, 8 weeks. For Harvard students, the whole 8 weeks are mandatory, whereas for students enrolled in Italian university, you have the option to choose between the whole 4 weeks or the whole 8 weeks, if you're interested, or also choosing only the second course, so the specific course in the second 4 weeks. And this has been done and is also, and is something that we have been doing for the last 3 or 4 editions in order to help students enrolled in Italian universities to have their exams, because we know that this is a summer session, exam session, so we want to give students the opportunity to both attend the university exams and have a very interesting experience. The venue of the course is going to be in Mattarello, in the labs that we have in Mattarello that you have been shown by the director previously in the first speech. Accommodations and meals are provided by UniTN in UniTN facilities. Accommodation is going to specifically be in the university dorms in Trento, and then meals are going to be in the university cafeterias and various restaurants. Lectures normally run from Monday to Thursdays, with Fridays and weekends more devoted to the social activities. We have several program outings and trips. We have hikes in the Italian Alps. We had trips in the previous years, trips in Verona, Torino, Mantova, Florence. We have free weekends where students normally organize themselves in groups and went, for instance, in Milan. They went to Rome for a couple of days. So it's a sort of unique blend between study and say, a cultural experience. How to apply, if you're interested. The deadline for application this year has been set for March 24. The cost of the entire program for 8 weeks, as you see, is 2,000 euros, whereas for the only 4 weeks of the second course is 1,000 euros. But for students enrolled in Italian universities, the University of Trento provides fellowships, so scholarships. So as I said, as I wrote, financial aid is available. I'll tell you how to ask for financial aid if you're interested in a while. Let's review the documents that are necessary for the application. First of all, transcripts, the list of exams with grades, a personal statement of interest in the program, 2 letters of recommendations, either from your, written in English, of course, because all these application documents go directly to Harvard, who will evaluate students. So 2 letters of recommendations from faculty or academic advisors that you may already know, of exams that you may already have taken with very successful grades. Financial aid application if you're interested and if you think you are going to be eligible. Financial aid is obtained with an ISEE declaration. You probably all know that university requires a valid ISEE declaration for various things. According to the ISEE value that you have in the declaration, you will immediately understand whether you might be eligible for financial aid, which range from 500 euros to 1,800 euros for the entire program. So you see that if you were to be eligible for financial aid, you might end up having the program, attending this very interesting program for at a relatively little cost. Why should you apply? I tried to summarize, I copied here some of the comments from previous students that are required every year to fill out a satisfaction questionnaire that is distributed by Harvard, that then uses it to evaluate our organization every year. A perfect blend of science, sightseeing, and adventure. good gelato, pasta, history, and neuroscience. It's a mixture. So as you see, there's a couple of them down there. Interesting classes, fantastic professors, gelato in the evenings, Italian cities, different Italian cities every weekend. So a very unique experience which mixes neuroscience with the sort of American Harvard way of doing these overseas initiatives. Should you have any questions or anything you might want to ask out of curiosity, you can email our Harvard Summer School program manager, or you can visit our website where there is basically everything I told you today, as well as the documents that are necessary for the application. So thank you.